Hey evening everyone, it's Shay from Grassroots Football Adventures. I'm just going to do a post-match reaction to the Linnets 1-0 defeat away at Lower Breck. Uh, really poor performance. Don't think there's anyone bar one or two players that played well. We're in third now, which in the round is not bad. I'm not trying to be ungrateful for where we are in the league because I would definitely take being third and the points tally we have at the start of the season. Of course, I would, and as I said, I'd have take so you can get in the last playoff spot if it came to it. But the fact that we were momentarily top on Tuesday, it is disappointing that we only stayed there for 3 days. Yeah, no, 4 days. Sorry, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and then today until we lost. Yeah, really poor performance. Breck, fair play to them. I've got to give credit to them. They were the better team. They fully deserved the win. You know, we didn't deserve anything out of that game. I know we missed an open goal in the first half, and we only had one shot on target second half. You know, it was straight at the keeper. So no, really performance. I've just listened to Elo's post-match interview, and he said he said I'm gonna have to choose my words carefully. And he said since he'd been a manager, that was the poorest performance he's seen, and that's a pretty big statement to say. To say that, but it just shows like obviously he's been a manager a long time. I've not seen all the games he's managed, so he's much better qualified than me to analyse performance. But as a supporter and having been there with a wife, it was poor. We started the game well, and the thing first 15-20 minutes we did start well, but towards the end of the first half kind of dropped off. We went in level 0-0, and I thought, well, that's not too bad because I thought, well, at least we're not losing the game, even though we'd missed an absolute sitter. But start second half, it was giving us Marco Fold's own goal. I couldn't, because it was the other end, I couldn't see whether it was an own goal or not, but apparently it was. Obviously, if they do release highlights for it, which there's not going to be many to be fair, we'll probably see how that own goal has come about. Another top issue I'm going to touch on is that Adam Rooney went off at half time. I'm hoping it was a knocker injury, because I know I'm not going to say here, but there was some apparently news about him a bit ago where it could have resulted in him potentially leaving the club, and I really don't want that to happen. You know, he's a great player and a top defender, and I'd be devastated if he went. But yeah, maybe it was just a knock. A precautionary, but obviously Harry McGee, I forgot he's out for a month because he pulled his hamstring when he scored on Tuesday. I don't know if it was the actual taking the free kick or during the celebration. It could have been celebration, which would be desperately unlucky if he has, so he couldn't be there to rescue us today. Really, it's just really poor all round, and they started pissing it down at the end of the game, and I thought just compounds things. So, well, I don't know. Overall, I'm not trying to be ungrateful. We've only had 6 defeats in 30 games, which is actually that's really really good to only have 6 in 30 games. But I've just looked at the table now. I'll bring it up in a minute if I can find what I've done with my phone. Typical. I can't always lose stuff all the time. Oh, it's in my pocket. God, I'm an idiot. Fucking hell, sorry. Alright. So table, we are in third. We've got no, it's the Premier Division. Wish we were in there, but if we're anything like today play anything like we did today in the coming games, we could forget that. Yeah, we're in third. We've got 56 points. Where Bury have now overtaken us because they won 10-0 at Trafford, I think. They've gone ahead on goal difference, no surprise. They scored 10 and they do have a game in hand. Breck have gone back top, 58 points, game in hand. Avro won, they're a point behind us, but they have got 2 games in hand still. Staley Bridge won 53 points. Same games as us. Vauxhall won 51 points, but they have a game in hand on us. Bootle. Did Bootle play today? Says they've won the last 3, so we're not. But yeah, it's still still tight. And he says that being in third is not. It's not bad at all. It is very good to be in third place, and with 12 games to go. But my concern now is that I said before, we've actually been, for my opinion, we've been poor, not just today, but we were poor against Chasetown on Tuesday. I know we won in the last minute, dramatic, but we were let off the hook in the first half with them 2 big misses that Chasetown did. And against Nantwich, even though we kind of did okay first half, I thought we were poor in that game. Really, we got a late equaliser, but that's 3 games in a row. Nantwich, Chasetown today. I think we've been poor, and we haven't been anything like we were, like when we beat Breck at home, and Avro, when we obviously had all them chances and didn't take them, and they got like 2 shots and got from 2 goals. See, that I wouldn't have minded that if we'd played well today and we'd been unfortunate and they'd scored from like 1 chance, or we'd had loads of chances we hadn't taken. I could have come away and said, you know what, we were unfortunate, but we didn't deserve anything. We were just poor all round. And yeah, of course, it was never going to be easy. Breck were a really good team. They've been top for most of the season. It was first against second. Of course, it was going to be tough. It was an away game. I wouldn't expect it to come here to their ground and to easily get a result. It was going to be hard, but the fact that it was just poor is really, really disappointing. I'm disappointed, and you know, as football supporter, you're always going to have days where you come away disappointed. You can't always be like winning and that, but I just hope the Linnets, it doesn't continue this. Oh, we'll nearly go, but we won't quite do it, because you don't. I'm sorry to be blunt, but you get fuck all for, you know, coming close. You may if you lose a playoff semi-final or final, then you may as well just finish 18th and just avoid relegation, because it's kind of, I don't like to say pointless because the aim is to always finish as high, but if you lose playoff game, you don't get anything from it. You stay in the division you're in, you don't get promoted, you get nothing from it. It's just, or you can say that, oh, but we finished second, third, whatever, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, who cares if you don't go up? It doesn't mean anything. You know, it's determined on whether you go up or not. So I quote that Roy Keane said. He said, I think it's when Man City and Liverpool were going for the title. Liverpool, to be fair, they were really unfortunate. I think they got like 97 points or something, or 98 points. So around that tally, and they finished second. And Roy Keane, he said, you know, it doesn't, when you win the Premier League or that, it doesn't say how many points you've got. It doesn't matter how many points you get to win it. You don't get anything more for, like, you know, say if you finish second, but you get a tally that any other year would have won it. If it's unfortunate, but you know, that's the way it is sometimes. Like another example, I think there was a time, I think, when Barcelona won the La Liga. I think they got 94 points in first, and Real Madrid got 19 second, and Real think, hang on, we've got 90 points, how did we not win the league? But you didn't. You were lucky to get 90 points and not win it, but you were second, that's it. You know, first is the title, second isn't. And obviously with this league, getting second is really good achievement. I wouldn't devalue that, but it doesn't get you automatic promotion. We found that out the hard way. I know I've been over it over and over again, but we had this obviously in the past, and we still it didn't, not say it didn't matter, but we didn't use it to our advantage. The home games, and we lost to a team that ended up getting relegated the following year. And I'm just as a Linnets sport, I just feel scared that the same thing is going to happen again. I just think the supporters have been through a lot with the near misses, with the playoffs, and we've been in this division, obviously, yes, I keep saying 8 years almost, and it's just like you see teams like I was saying to Candy before, like Concord last year, they got promoted, and it was their first year in this division, and they got to the playoff final, which is a fantastic achievement. And I'm just thinking, and Breck this year, they got promoted, done great, brilliant their first year. And I'm kind of thinking, how can them teams just come in here and just do like almost like storm the league, not storm the league, but like get to like a go top and get to the playoff final? How can they just do that in their first year? And the Linnets have been here 8 years and we still haven't gone up. I know clubs have different structures and different things, but I just wonder how they can just come in and just be so good. And like, it's huge credit to them, but I just think we've struggled to get out of this division for so long, and they've Concord almost did it in their first attempt. I know they're struggling this season; they're having second season syndrome, but and Lower Breck, obviously the season isn't over yet. Of course, there's still 12 games left for the Linnets, and obviously some teams have got like a game, two games in hand. Avro have got 2 games in hand. I think most others have got 1 game in hand. But yeah, it does. It is for me. I get very frustrated with that because I feel like I'm not saying that people are going to use excuses, but you could imagine like end of the season I don't know, say we finish fourth, we get playoffs and we lose in the semi-final. It'll be the same. Oh, unlucky when it's lose again, and the fans are like, yeah, okay, we don't want to diminish the achievements of the getting fourth or whatever, but it's just I looks like it's just. I don't say it's not good enough, but it's not going to be any consolation to supporters if we have that again. I'm not saying that will happen, but days like today are concerning because 3 games in a row being poor, and no excuse next week against Mossway. Mossway are 12th, they've got 37 points, they've got 19 points less than us. So if we do not win next week, then there's no excuse. We've got a full week's rest, and it's good not to have Tuesday games now in the league, thankfully. I'm pleased that we've just got 1 game a week, hopefully, which seems like it's been forever since we've been able to play once a week. And then, obviously, me and Candy have got the coach for Shifnal away. Shifnal, to be fair, actually done pretty well. Really well. They're like 8th, I think, since coming here. So that will be another real tough game. And then Clitheroe away. I know Clitheroe have lost again today. I thought they drew at Avro. Apparently Avro scored late on. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So got beat by Breck. Avro won. Beddy won. But as you say, you can't control the other results, Yeah, so it's been a bad day for Linnets all round, really. Vauxhall has also won. Staley Bridge won. I did the Vauxhall play. I think I did. Either way, it's like everyone around us has won. God. Well, yeah, no excuses next week at home to Mossway. But yeah, it was nice being top by it lasted, even if it was only for 3 days. 4. Yeah, 4 days. 3-4 days because it was Tuesday. We'll say 4 days. Got to have something to cling on to. 4 days at a nice top. Will we be able to get back there? Who knows? I'm not saying there's no chance, but Breck would have to drop points in their game in hand. Avro would have to drop points in their next 2, and it's not that it can't happen. It might do. I don't know who they're playing, but if they end up playing like teams in the relegation zone like Bury did when they beat Trafford today, then I'm not particularly hopeful they'll drop points. I know anyone can beat anyone, but So odds are it'll be they'll be playing someone right near the bottom and who won't really give them much of a game. Or yeah, so 12 games left, 6 home, 6 away. Come the 30th of April, who knows where we'll be. You know, I just don't want to hear people thinking playoffs again away. I just be thinking, when I hear that, I just think playoffs equal nightmares, playoffs equal heartbreak, playoffs equal depression, playoffs eat for the win. It's bad. You know, if they can finally do it, say they get playoffs and they can finally do it, then huge credit to them. But I don't want to be negative and say we can't do it. But I always just think back to, you know, the times we've been in it, the 3 times, and we've just been short. And until we shed that tag, I think that tag is always going to be over us until we actually get out of the division, whether that be this season or sometime in the future. I don't know. Some have suggested we might struggle in the division above, but I wouldn't mind. I just want to go up and just see what we'd be like. If we went up and finished bottom, I wouldn't be happy, but I'd say fair enough. You know, it's a step too much for us, for the club to stay in step 7, but I at least want us to have a chance there. I just want to see us play there. You know, even if we only experience one promotion and then we don't get one for a long time, because obviously our last one was obviously 8 years ago, so one every 8 years, I'll take that. But yeah, strong words from Ello in his post-match press conference. Sorry, I should say interview, not press. It's like he's sat in a room somewhere now. He's yeah, you know, he doesn't pull no punches, Ello, and he even said he was trying to get more people in, and he said if like he was, I'm not saying he was saying he was going to get rid of anyone, but he said he won't accept people playing that poor, and you know, this where people do come and go. It's not like football where you know there's the odd player who might be on a contract, but most of them, if they don't like it or the manager decides they don't want to, they just come and go, and that's the reality of it, of non-league really. Yeah, sorry this has been a bit negative. I'm not tried to be like too overreactionary, because we have only had 6 defeats, as I said, and you know, I'm not going to say we always lose, because we don't always lose. It's only our 6th defeat. It's just we've lost a game at a crucial time, at a bad time, and all our promotion rivals have won around us, which is not ideal, but yeah, it happens sometimes. So if we won next week, it would probably ease a bit of their disappointment, but again, you're looking at other results too, because it's not in our hands now, the top spots, and it won't be unless we battle it back and other teams drop points. Like, every team is going to drop points between now and the end of the season, but I don't see Breck dropping many after the 3 they've lost, but it can be unpredictable, you never know. I just feel disappointed really. I'm going to try and get this on as soon as I don't even want to put the other videos on. I'm not saying it just because the lost, but there is not any decent there's no highlights at all really. I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to waste my time. Candy doesn't want to waste her time putting on highlights of a poor performance, because we do this of our own goodwill. If a game has got very little to no highlights in it, then it's pointless putting it on, because who wants to watch that? No one does. I don't want to watch any highlights back of this game, no, because there was none. So I only want to watch highlights when there's like actual, you know, good moments in it. But no, there was none, unfortunately. Yeah, see, I've got Linnets hat on the start. I wear this for tea. I like this hat, it's comfy. I really, yeah, I don't know what to say, just really disappointed. I know we'll be feeling the same. And I say, collectively as a team, we were just poor all round. Anyway, and the team as a whole have to accept they've been poor. And I don't say take blame for that. 'Cause I'm not trying to like blame people or like say they've like deliberately played poor, but you know as I said, it's disappointing when you get to somewhere like top spot and then you play a game and you play poor and you deservedly lose. But yeah, we'll just have to see now. 12 games left, still a lot of football left. There's still a lot of points to play for. So there's a total of 36 points to play for still. We're definitely not going to win 12 games in a row, but the max we could get points wise would be 36, which would be 56, 92 points. We're not going to get 92 points. If we could get around 70, I think that'll be enough for playoffs. Fingers crossed, give or take 70 to 75. Not like 75, but we'll see. But I'll leave that there for now. Probably bored you all enough for one evening. Right, I'm going to get this on shortly. Probably won't put any of the game on because it was shite, to be honest. To put it bluntly, it was shit. Not happy, but just have to hope next week is much better and hope that we can finish as high as we can. Right, I'll leave that there for now. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm definitely coming down with some cold or something because I've got a bad throat. My head's hurting me, so it's not ideal. I'll probably just stay in bed all day tomorrow because I can't be arsed doing that, I think. Right, so see you next Saturday. Anyone who's there, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.